Welcome back to another dev blog. I believe this is episode 11. Could be wrong. Today we are not on the server. This is my my testing / development world. And the only reason I'm here and not on the server is because there are currently 4 or 5 people playing on the server, and I've got a couple changes that aren't on the server yet, but I want to cover in this video because otherwise it was going to be a really short video because I've been pretty busy this week and haven't done a whole lot. So the first big thing, well, actually, let's go up here first. So the Cloudlands used to crash. Well, okay, it used to not crash at all, and then it started crashing. And I don't know why. Well, I kind of do, but I don't know why that problem started happening. But it was mostly fixed. Is mostly fixed. Still, occasionally it'll crash. I have no idea why, because the issues that I found I fixed, and so I don't know what's still causing the crashes. Basically, the code that makes these, the floating islands, was looking for nodes that didn't exist. So the mod was written to have support for mineclone. Is it mineclone? I think it's called mineclone. And so it just tried to use mineclone nodes, and if they didn't work, it crashed. So I removed all of those, and I removed everything from the mods that aren't here. But I'm still getting occasional errors that I don't know why, and I don't know how to fix them. Because I think you want this one. Yeah, because when the server crashes from it, I don't get an error as to what the offending node was, so I can't just search for whatever is at fault. So that's been it's been fixed to an extent. It still is having errors, but they're not as bad as they had been. The big thing, well, actually, yeah, you may have just noticed it. Let's actually look at the saw here first. So this was reported by N3R3SH, and I'm in the wrong place. That's why I say I'm working. There was on the, are they called bark? Yeah, on the all bark trunks here, and possibly the all face ones. I think the all face ones. No, the all face ones should be fine because they were from more blocks. So just the all bark ones, if you created the pretty much anything in more blocks and placed them, you could only break them with a pickaxe. So that is corrected, so they break with a normal axe, and they are breakable by hand now. So that should resolve that issue. And the other thing, this is why I didn't get a lot of stuff done, because I spent a lot of time on this. The new doggy, a German Shepherd. Let me see if I can't. Wow, there's a lot of fish out here and sharks. Wow, why are you guys all in the water? Silly doggies. So they need a little refinement. I think I can get the spawn egg for it. Yep. Give me one, please. So this does not replace the old dog. So if you have any pet dogs, you will still have the dog that looks like it has been through a very traumatic experience. But this is the new one. Yeah. It's not tameable right now because the stuff that is needed to tame it doesn't currently exist. So you can't tame them, but they will be tameable. Probably next week sometime they should be tameable. So yeah, they're pretty. I think actually because I spawned this guy out myself, I can't. Yeah, he won't attack me. But if they are a naturally occurring one, one that just shows up, there we go. So yeah, they do attack you. I need to do some work on these guys. They're pretty fast. Though I guess with my admin crown I'm faster, which isn't really a huge surprise. But they are pretty fast, and they are pretty furious. I mean, they're German shepherds after all. You know, police dogs, military dogs. Like these things will chase you down. I don't know how fast they can run, 20 miles an hour or something, maybe sprinting. Like they're fast, okay? So pretty much don't mess with them. Actually, they'll leave you alone. Like you can run around by them and stuff, and they won't bother you. But if you do attack them, they will fight back, unless it's one that is a pet. I should say if it's your pet. If it's your pet, they won't. If it's somebody else's pet, they will. Most of these that you see running around here, I spawned out myself manually when I was testing to get, you know, the collision boxes right and the animation speeds and the scale. I think that's it's a pretty good size. If these guys would stand still a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way. I don't know where he went. I feel like that's about right. Maybe she should be a little bigger? I don't know. I mean, dogs start small and they do grow. So, you know, that could just be at a specific stage. The idle animation needs some work. It's extremely repetitive. So that needs tweaking at, but they do exist. I forget where they spawn. I think they spawn on the coniferous soil with litter. So in the coniferous forests is where you will find them. Like I said, they can't be tamed right now, so you can find them, but you can't tame them or anything. So that's what I spent most of the week doing because you know, the old dog looked horrendous and horrific, and it needed to be changed. So it is. Let's see what else. The only other thing, I've got the scroll here, coffee ground scroll. So this is a new scroll, by the way, but all of the scrolls now have whatever we want to call this. It needs some tweaking. I may have to replace this background texture, make it a little lighter or something, because I realize that this text is kind of hard to read. But all your different scrolls will tell you what the output is used for. So the coffee grounds, which I don't care if people know how to make this. I want them to know how to make this so they can stain their furniture. Just coffee beans in the mortar and pestle, and you get coffee grounds, and you use those, as it says here, to create wood stain. So if you have any scrolls already, they will automatically update, so you don't have any worries there. Also, as a little something, I also removed the scrolls from creative inventory, so you don't know what scrolls exist anymore, because that kind of could give away some things. You're like, oh wait, if there's a scroll for this item, not saying what item, of course, because I don't want to give away the secrets, but if you knew there was a scroll for a specific item, that would kind of tell you that it's created in the mortar and pestle, because that's the only thing the scrolls are for. Or is it? It is, because everything else has a guide right in it, and there'd be literally 0 point in doing that. So yes. And then the last thing, wrong one. The last thing, oh, you can actually see it right here. We have Garnet Enchanted Armor, which, as with all of the other enchanted armor, is created the same way. Leather or fabric. Chitin for, well, the diamond quantity will vary depending on what piece it is, and 1 piece of garnet. And these give you a little speed boost. So if I don the, it doesn't tell you what the speed boost here is, so you don't know how much it is. But if you have a full set, you can walk this fast. I don't actually remember what it was. And without armor, you walk this fast. So it does make you walk a little faster. And obviously, as with all of the others, you can mix and match. So if you just have the boots, you just walk a little bit faster. If you have the full set, it makes you walk even faster. You know, all that good stuff that you would expect. So all of those stacks and stacks and stacks of garnet that you have finally have a use. Admittedly, it's only making your garnet armor. It looks, as you would expect, the exact same as any other enchanted, just with the different colored little gems on it, I guess, for the enchantments. So that's that, and I believe that is it. Yeah, that should be it as far as any new changes go. So yeah, that's gonna wrap this one up. Like I said, I think last week, maybe the week before, with the warmer weather coming, I got gardening, I got landscaping, I got all kinds of things to do. So not quite as much time to spend on development work, but yeah, that's gonna wrap this one up. I do what I can. Tune in next week for another episode. Join the server to play if you want. If you don't, obviously don't join. But I mean, if you have absolutely nothing better to do with your time, you could, And yeah, I'll wrap it up here. So see you next time.